Hey guys, fishing's not so good, so thought I'd do a little review on the Humminbird Ice 35. Just kind of give you a quick overview of what I think of it, my experiences, and what I've had done to it. Of course, now that I say the fishing isn't getting so good, I got something sniffing my bait. Anyway, if you're looking at this, you're probably looking at it because you want a flasher and you want something that's relatively cheap, but something that's going to perform for you. So I think that's exactly what this thing does. Geez, this fish is really distracting me here, staring at my bait. Sorry guys. Alright. Well, if you're looking at this price range, you're probably looking at the Vexilar FL8. Or looking at this. I'm not going to say one's better than the other because I have a lot of respect for Vexilar. I like Vexilars. There's a shit ton of guys out there that use Vexilars religiously and wouldn't ever stray from the brand. So I personally got this one because of the features and the dollar amount. Everything just kind of matched up for me. I wanted something that could zoom. FL8 does not zoom, so something this one does, obviously. And something else I liked about it too is the bigger screen. The Vexilar FL8 screen is probably about as big as this center dial here, or center sticker. I like the bigger screen. It's easier to glance at. I can set it more angles in the ice shack. I can position it differently and still be able to check it out. So comes out of the box. You have to assemble everything basically. Put the unit onto the stand, put the handle onto the stand, but once you do that once, everything's good to go. Fully waterproof. The case I'm not a big fan of, or this stand here. It rattles like crazy. You can see I've got a glove underneath it so that it prevents the ice from rattling on it. That's my biggest complaint with it so far. Battery life on it is phenomenal. I think I've only charged the battery twice in the last month and a half that I've been using it. I've used it probably 2-3 times a week. So really easy to use. You got a selector knob up here, which by default changes our gain. So that's pretty straightforward, and that's probably what you use most on the machine, is adjusting the gain depending on what size bait you're using. So like I said, I wanted something that had zoom. Got your zoom button here. You hit that once, use your selector knob, and it changes where your zoom's at. So now we're zooming in on my bait. You can see there between bottom and my bait. So that's pretty straightforward. Let me get out of that. You got a gain button just in case you want to get back to gain faster for some reason, but like I said, it automatically defaults to that, so I don't know what that's all about. But noise rejection button, never used that, or I haven't had to yet. And then it's also got a dual beam, so when you start getting into some deeper waters, you can hit the beam button and it changes your beam and changes the cone angle and the frequency that it runs on. Could be nice if you are running two of these side by side. One can run on one frequency and the other one can run on the other without getting any interference. Great thing is I run this next to a Vexilar FL8 all the time, and between the Vexilar and the Humminbird there's absolutely no interference in them at all. So depth goes down to 200 feet. You simply, this is the on-off switch, that changes your range. That would be between 0 and 200 feet, so it's pretty straightforward. You can kind of figure that out. One thing I don't like about it also is that it doesn't come with a carrying bag, and they want you to spend about $50 to get the carrying bag. I refuse to spend that just to have something to put it in, so I just tossed it in a backpack with all my other ice fishing gear, which seems to work out pretty well for me, except for the fact that I have to unpack it and pack it up every time. So you got your basic transducer with your foam float. Something else I don't like about it is all these damn cords. This is what they call the support cord. This supports the transducer so that the weight of the transducer isn't being pulled on the actual sonar cable, which I guess is a nice feature. I don't know that it's necessary. This is my first flasher I've owned. I've used other flashers, so I don't know if that's actually a problem or not, but I just deal with it. So, I mean, really there's not a lot bad to say about it for the price. Yeah, you can get the FL18, the 22, or they make an ICE 45 and an ICE 55, and those are gonna, do some extra things. Like I think the ICE 55 gives you 5 colors rather than 3 colors. This is just your red, yellow, and green. For my purposes, I haven't found that I needed any more color separation than that. This thing is fully adjustable, so depending on the angle that you want it at, you can adjust that to your ice shack's purposes. Gosh, I don't know what to say about it. For the money, I don't think you can beat it for a flasher. I wouldn't buy an FL8 now that I've used this one. This one's got other features that I like over the FL8. I'd probably jump into a Vexilar if I started talking about spending about $500. FL18 or something like that, probably go with, but for the dollar, this thing is worth every penny. I'm not nice to it. Kind of beat the crap out of it. Like I said, I just throw it in a backpack. It doesn't get taken care of very nice. Half the time I forget to take it out and dry it. It's worked flawlessly so far. Like I said, can't complain, so I highly recommend it if you guys are looking for a flasher. Wish I could catch a fish on screen for you so you could see what it's all about, but it's just not happening. Let's see here. We got a little something there. Interested? Kind of. Not so much. They're just not biting tonight. But you got your basic transducer with the foam. Oh, screw this.